Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple A's podcast. I am your host who bleeds purple and gold, Isaac here. So I'm gonna talk about, a couple of things since the Vikings preseason is coming to a close. Some really good things happen. So basically, the Eagles game is the last game really for the Vikings on Saturday. They will play the Philadelphia Eagles. Die Eagles die, by the way. Anyways, so anyways, I'm gonna talk about a couple things though. A couple of things like first of all, Lewis Cine, who had such a phenomenal preseason against the Cleveland Browns in the Vikings' second preseason. Lewis Cine absolutely lit up the Browns offense. Wasn't it like 11 tackles, like 2 quarterback hits, 1 TFL, 1 sack, 1 interception? The dude went off today. He went off on Saturday against Cleveland. So there's been a lot of talk, if Lewis Cine, make the 53-man roster after on the deadline the 27th, which is when the 53-man roster will come out. So the question is, will he make it? But really, though, it's really tough, to say, oh man, this dude's going to make the 53-man roster after one monster of a game that you had. It's really tough, because because like I said before against the Cleveland Browns, there is so much depth, with the Vikings roster, the players, the undrafted free agents, the people that we drafted, the everybody, just a lot of good performances out there, I mean, I would say Lewis Cine was probably the best player out there, honestly, in my opinion. But there's still so much depth, and with already the stars that we know are good, it's going to be kind of tough, to narrow it down and say to include Lewis Cine. Like with the wide receivers, Think about the wide receivers that we have. Brandon Powell, Tristan Jackson, Jalen Naylor, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. I mean, I think you have like 6... Trent Sherfield, maybe? You have some good weapons out there for wide receiver, and you have no idea how much you're really going to put in there. It's basically just a matter of the best of the best, the best of the best. I don't know if Lewis Cine, I don't think because here's my opinion on it. I don't think so yet, but soon in the future, honestly, in my opinion, I don't think he makes the 53-man roster right now. You already have a strong safety room as it is already. Josh Metellus, Cameron Bynum, Harrison Smith, Theo Jackson, he's some nice stuff too as well. Lewis Cine. I mean, you do got a strong safety room, and that's absolutely amazing. So I would say, though, Lewis Cine, I feel like, though, that there's going to be some... I feel like Lewis Cine, though, I think it's not his time right now. Unless somehow, someway, all safeties get injured this season. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But on the case of if all safeties get hurt, Lewis Cine's the guy to fill in for that job, too. I think he can do a serviceable job, in the regular season. But it's just a matter of who's better if Lewis Cine is part of that elite 53. It's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say just based off of, like, good talent. But I say no. I don't think he makes the 53-man roster, in my opinion. Nothing against Lewis Cine. I absolutely love the way that he played good. I just have to see another elite performance. I mean, if it were me, if I was Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, I would have to see another elite performance from Lewis Cine. against Philly. So we'll see how that goes. And also, secondly, Jaren Hall, who is going to be starting against the Philadelphia Eagles, just for another chance, for Philly. I mean, I was absolutely in love with Jaren Hall. The last preseason when he played against Arizona, you guys remember he started the whole entire game. And he absolutely did a pretty good job. If y'all remember, I was absolutely a fan of this dude. I wanted to see what this dude was all about. And if he's actually our franchise, if he is. So, I don't think it would hurt him to... I don't know 100% if he plays... If he's going to start the game against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not 100% sure. But I know he's going to start, though. I know he is. So against the Philadelphia Eagles, though, it's going to be tough, though, to see if he's basically going to be the starter or the whole game. I don't know. I'm not going to take the bet on that, but I feel like they might play Matt Corral, which I think would actually be better, actually. Actually, I think that would be better. Jaren Hall needs to start one half and Matt Corral the other half to see what we have in those two. And I just want to give Jaren Hall another chance, because he did better against Cleveland than he did against the Vegas Raiders. So, I mean, if Jaren Hall, can just be what he has been last season, last preseason, then heck, he might take Nick Mullins' quarterback 2 spot. And if he can do that, if he can be better than Nick Mullins, I'm good with that, man. Trust me, I am good with that because we know who Nick Mullins is. He is who he is. So I basically think it would be nice to have another change at quarterback because you could tell after injury it kind of affected him. I just don't know if it fully did. So we'll see how he plays out against Philly. So the last preseason's coming to an end and into the regular 53-man roster and then into the regular season. Let's go. So recap of the Philadelphia Eagles preseason will be Monday. Make sure you guys go check that out if you guys haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a like if you haven't. Skol.